Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Justine, artist and content creator, and I'm so happy you're here. We have some good things to chat about. Yeah, y'all, we gotta chat about being flued out, okay, by Goldman Sachs for the orientation, what the program actually is, how was the orientation for me? And what have I learned so far in the homework that I've been doing, the meetings that I've been having with my business advisor so far? We're going to chat all about that. So it's going to be a good one. But before that, let's get to another important thing, which is don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, guys. We are growing, we are climbing that ladder, and I'm so excited about it. I love building community on here on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so you get notified when I have new videos, new shorts, new posts. Okay, so let's just jump into it. I am so excited, but also so scared, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't know, I am a part of Goldman Sachs 1 Million Black Women Black in Business program. And I know what you're thinking. What is that program, Justine? I've never heard of that program. So, the Goldman Sachs 1 Million Black Women Black in Business program is a program by Goldman Sachs, and their mission, and I'm going to read their mission because I don't want to mess it up, but the program is a $110 billion investment commitment with 100 million philanthropic capital to drive economic growth and opportunity for Black women. And so their whole idea is 100 billion in 10 years and serving 1 million Black women, which is where you get the Goldman Sachs 1 Million Black Women Black in Business program. So, as a business owner, of course, this is a wonderful opportunity for me to just continue to grow my business and learn more about business, right? So, if you've watched my other YouTube videos, I talk about how I have a background in fashion merchandising, worked at fashion magazines, eventually left that life to go more into the recruiting, talent recruiting life where I worked at the Atlantic being a talent recruiter. I don't really have a business background, but yet I have a business. Like what? So in college, of course, I think we've all taken a business course here and there, but never me being an entrepreneur, the owner of my business, while also taking business courses. I've never done that before. So this was very new for me and it's very scary, right? So I don't know about you guys. I do like school, but there's something about having to learn things that you're not always familiar with. Now, some things I am familiar with, having had my business Winnie Weston for, man, 5 years so far, but there are a couple of things that I'm still learning and getting under my belt, is how I'll say it. So, this program is honestly perfect timing for me, especially as I hit 5 years. This is the perfect time for me to learn, get better, and grow it even more because I want Winnie Weston, my business, to be around for a long time, right? So basically, I applied to the program and I interviewed for the program. And what's really cool is that when I interviewed, one of the women who did my interview after I did my intro and introduced Winnie Weston and the art that I create and the background behind it, based, name based on my grandfather, she actually said to me, "Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I actually have two pieces of your art in my daughter's room." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so crazy." It's crazy how even in moments like that, where the interviewer has my art. That's wild. Immediately, I just kind of felt like, okay, God, maybe you're aligning this because where I am in my business, it's funny, like with the economy and all of those things. It's a funny time. Funny, not haha, but
Funny, like, I don't know if I like this time right now.
so when I interviewed, The interview went great. I just kind of left it alone. And I was just, at that point, I'm in a space where I am truly saying to God, okay, Lord, whatever door you open, you open. Whatever door you close, you close. Because I'm tired of like us fighting between each other because you always gonna win. So why am I fighting you, Lord? And then I got the email saying that I got into the program. I was so excited, but then I was like, and then I was like, ooh, because it just can be scary. And then also at that same time, my Nana was sick. And so a lot was going on in my life. And I didn't know if I wanted to take on such a big undertaking, taking classes online, NYU Stern classes, might I add, online, having a business advice. I just didn't know if I wanted to do all of that. But anywho, I talked it over with my husband, and he was like, okay, this program is for Black women by Goldman Sachs, which is one of the number one companies in the United States. They're flying you out, putting you in a hotel, all for free, all for free, providing dinners for you guys, providing lunch for you guys, and you're learning and you're getting kind of pretty much a free education so you can better your business. What's the question again? Where are you at? Like, what? And I was like, okay, you're right. I don't know why I'm asking why I should do it or not. Clearly, I should do it. I decided to go forward in the program. And so this is the orientation was a way to kick off the program. The orientation was in person in the Goldman Sachs, New Jersey headquarters. We stayed at a hotel that wasn't too far from it. They had shuttles that took us from the hotel to the headquarters. They flew us out. I mean, it was a whole ordeal. It was so exciting and busy, and because once you get off that flight you might have maybe 2 hours to kind of get yourself together and just catch your breath, and then you're going straight into orientation and networking and connecting with people. And honestly, the program starts then because they have professors, NYU professors, who come and give you a little snippet of what the program is going to be, what kind of classes are going to be taught to you. So it was a wild ride. It really, really was. When I first got into New Jersey, it was on a Monday morning, and I had enough time to spend with my sister who actually lives in New Jersey with her husband. She was like, "When are you flying in?" Da da da. And I told her when, and she was like, "I'll pick you up. Like, I want to pick you up." Like, yes. So she picked me up. She didn't live too far, which was awesome. It was honestly like God just really, it was very much divine. Okay. She didn't live too far, so she picked me up. We went back to their house. She made breakfast for me. We chatted, we laughed, we talked. And then she dropped me off for orientation. It was so cute. I felt like I was like back in, you know, grade school again or something like that. But um, I got to the orientation, and it's just Black women everywhere. And I loved it so much. I've never been in a space, right? Like, I've been graduated college, undergrad, grad school, had a lot of different opportunities that Winnie Weston has been able to be a part of. And I've never been in a space where it's been primarily Black women. And it was amazing, guys. It's just awesome, like, and then to know that you're learning with your fellow Black women and women who understand the culture, women who they get it, right? Like, they get it. And it was just amazing. We had a time. We had a time. So they had snacks for us. They had all types of beverages. They had lunch for us. Um, just amazing. And so I'm walking through trying to get to my table because they assign you, a table. And lo and behold, I hear someone say, Justine, Justine, it's my friend Courtney, she has a business. It's called 360 Color, which is an interior design business based around her love for color. She's always loved color. But Courtney and I went to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, together and majored in fashion merchandising. So the fact that she was also in this program at the same time as me, I was like, okay, God, you really do be doing your big one on me because I was very nervous, right? Like, I knew I kind of wouldn't know anyone, and it would be around 300 women that I just, I don't know. And I'm okay, getting to know people and making friends. I think I'm pretty good at that, but it is nice to have someone who has known you for years. Okay, I'm not gonna age myself, but years, right? So that was so much fun. But the first day of the program, you had a panel of women who were in previous cohorts who have done the program before, and you just get to see the success of where their business is now. That was amazing to kind of see that's like the future us. The new cohort is like that's the future us. Um, and so we had that. Then we had, like I said to you guys before, the professors who came in and taught little snippets of what we will be looking forward to in the program. The first day was awesome. I was tired, but it was still a great time. Checked into my hotel. The hotel was absolutely beautiful, stunning, and even had my name like on the TV. I was like, okay, this is giving. This is okay. I could get used to this. But it was awesome. It was so awesome. So day two, also I'll say this. What I loved also about the program is that everyone who spoke, whether it was someone from Goldman Sachs who helped originate the program or whether it was a professor through NYU Stern, I feel like everyone is truly rooting for us. Everyone is wanting us to have the best experience, wanting us to get every drop of knowledge from them. And that is such a beautiful feeling to have when you feel like, wow, people really care about my business and they really want me to succeed. And that was so beautiful. So, anyway, day two happens, and day two, I come in for orientation in the morning. We have breakfast, like laid out breakfast, eggs, bacon, everything, every type of coffee, every type of juice. It was great. Fruit, everything. So we get to our table, and this time we get to sit with our growth group. So I guess the way Goldman Sachs program separates you is they put you in a growth group so that you don't feel like, okay, you're one of 300 people. You get to be put into a smaller group, and that group has a business advisor. So you have like 5 people in your group who has a business advisor. And then on top of that, you have individual meetings, one-on-ones with your business advisor. So they make sure that you don't feel like you're getting lost in the sauce. But anywho, I got to meet my growth group. They're all wonderful women. In the beginning, one of the guys who works at NYU, he opened up day two orientation playing gospel music. And I was like, yo, is my type of this is my type of people, right? Like just opening it up with a scripture of Jeremiah 29:11, opening it up with gospel music to kind of get our mind right of like, no, we haven't seen anything yet. Like God, he's with us during this journey. Like he has plans for us and our businesses. And so that was a great way to just get my mind right. But um it was a great day too. Definitely jam-packed. It's so much information, and you're just trying to take it all in, write everything down. But it's awesome because they do they do have all that information readily for you. But it is nice for me. I learn by also writing it down. I don't know, it just gets in my body that way. So I took so many notes and just really was present. It's so funny. I recorded for my YouTube channel and I was like, yeah, I'm going to record all this content. And I put it in my editing software and I only had like 9 minutes of I only had like 9 minutes of content. And I was like, tag, I felt like I recorded much more. But I think it was because I truly wanted to stay present. I wanted to stay in the moment and I wanted to be in a space where I wasn't just, okay, like my number one thing is to record content. No, my number one thing is to sit, be present, and learn and soak up all the information that they're giving, all the encouragement that they're giving. And then number two is to connect with my fellow, Black women in my cohort. It's to build that connection and network. And so I didn't record a lot, but I did record enough. So go definitely check out on my page. I have my orientation vlog. It was still fun, still a lot of content for you to see. So definitely check that out and like and comment and let me know you're coming from this video. They took us on a ferry ride over to the Goldman Sachs New York headquarters. We had dinner at this place called Liberty House, and the dinner was a spread. I'm telling you, y'all, they had baked chicken, they had this, they had that, they had, you know, um, short rib. They had everything you could think of. All the desserts. They had a dessert wall of donuts and cupcakes, cookies. I mean, they truly, it was a spread, guys. And then at the end of the dinner, we danced, y'all. I'll put some clips in of us dancing and we got it in. We were having a good time. And by the time we left, I was like, man, I forgot we got day 3 tomorrow. But it was still good. Like we got some rest and we got up the next morning and they make sure to energize us and give us breakfast and whatnot. So it was a great time. And honestly, leaving it, I felt so at peace. I felt like I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to better my company and take it higher to where God wants it to be. And I just felt good. I felt like I know I'll graduate because I'm going to work hard to learn everything I need to learn. So it was amazing, guys. I absolutely loved it. If you are a Black woman in business, definitely check out Goldman Sachs 1 Million Black Women Black in Business program. They actually just opened up for cohort 8, which would be for fall of 2025. So I'll leave that link in the description below so you can click the link and apply to the program. I'm telling you, it's been amazing so far. And I've just started. I've just started. I literally had my one-on-one with my business advisor. My business advisor, she is so knowledgeable. She's worked for businesses like PepsiCo. I mean, just huge businesses. And so I've had my one-on-one with her and we're already working through like my unique proposition value. We're working through my objectives. We're working through what I really want to accomplish with Winnie Weston and where I want to take it. So I'm excited about that. But I know you guys might be asking, okay, like what are you wanting to do with this? Like where are you wanting to take Winnie? To be honest with you, I would love to see Winnie Weston do more art licensing. And I mean that in different ways, right? So it could be home good, retail stores, or I would even love to see Winnie Weston art in movies, in television, like in the background, on the coffee mug, like wearing the apparel. I would love to see Winnie in all of those different parts and just licensing Winnie out to the different brands and different retail spaces. And I would love to see Winnie there. I'm definitely trying to get as much out of this program as I can. And I'll leave you guys with this. One thing that I've learned so far, honestly, the program, the actual curriculum class starts today. So, like at 4 p.m. So this vlog is like, it's fresh. It's gonna be fresh, y'all. It's gonna be fresh. But what I've learned so far, just by the orientation, the mini classes that we had during orientation, by my one-on-one meeting with my business advisor, what I'm learning is to lean into what makes me and Winnie Weston so different and unique from all the other brands, right? And I think sometimes as people, we don't realize the power of our uniqueness and the power of our brand's uniqueness. And we just can sometimes feel like, oh, I'm similar to all these other brands. Like, I'm similar to all these other, wonderful Black artists, brands that sell art. And one thing that the program has already taught me is yes, you might be similar, but there's something so unique about you and your brand, and I need you to bring that out. And so it's been challenging me to think about not only my brand and my art, but it's challenging me to think about me because I am a part of my brand. The creative direction comes from me and my story and my background. And I'm having to look at myself, my brand, my art, and say, what makes it unique? Because it's already unique. But I just need to tap into what makes it unique, what makes the story unique. And that's opened my eyes a little bit. And I've never, again, like I said to you guys earlier in this video, I've never taken a business class with me being a business owner. So I've never thought about those questions that they're making us think about and actually answer. I've never thought about it. I've just been like, okay, I'm an artist who loves art and I just happen to turn my hobby into a business and that's it. But it's not that simple, right? There's so much more in why we do the things we do, why the company is what it is, why our brand is what it is, why my art is what it is. There's so much to it. And that's the piece that makes Winnie Weston and me unique. My plan is for these videos are to check in with you guys, let you know how the program is going, how I'm feeling, if I'm overwhelmed, if I'm worried, if I'm crying, if I'm happy, if I'm having revelations. My plan is to have you guys do a little check in with me on the program because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. I'm planning for these videos to be every week where I am checking in with you guys. I'm telling you kind of what I've learned so far. Definitely not trying to give a lot away because I want you guys to do the program. If you are a business owner, I want you to do the program because you get so much more than what I'm paraphrasing it to be. But I definitely want to check in and kind of give you my thoughts on everything and give you a little tidbit of what I'm learning and what kind of breakthrough I've been having. So definitely come back, subscribe to my channel, like I said, because it's going to be some good stuff, especially if you are interested in the program, especially if you are a Black woman business owner, if you are about to become a business owner, if you're thinking about becoming a business owner, definitely subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna tell y'all everything of how I felt. I feel like that truly helps people when you give the real deal.
Keep it all the way real.
Like, for example, when I was in day 2 of orientation, I honestly started to get teary eyed and I almost wanted to cry because I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I'm just an artist. I'm a girl who likes art and I turned my hobby into a business and I hardly know what I'm doing half the time. Like, but God has kept me afloat, and I'm thankful for that. And it made me question, should I even be in the room? It made me question, like, are you good enough to be in the room? And even after all the things that I've done with Winnie Weston and I've accomplished, I still have moments where I feel like I shouldn't be in a room. I still have moments where I feel like I don't belong, you know? And I just wanted to cry in that moment because it made me question me, and it made me feel almost intimidated by the women in the room. Some of them are so confident, and which is a good thing, and they know exactly like where they want to take their company. They know exactly like the pinpoint, the number, like they know everything about where they want to take it. And then sometimes you have people who don't know at all, and then you have people kind of like me where you know but you don't know, you're not sure, you're sure. You kind of bounce back and forth. And yeah, so it made me feel intimidated and like I wasn't good enough to be in that room. But I remember FaceTiming with my husband when I got in from day 2 of orientation, and he was like, "Justine, you deserve to be in that room. Winnie, you see where Winnie has gone, and you know what? You never took a business class within the last few years. You took it in college back in the day. Like, do you see where you've been able to take Winnie? And you're questioning why you belong in the room?" And that really helped me. And so things like that I want to share with you guys because I think there are moments where you can look at someone as a business owner and you could think, oh, like they just have it all figured out. And when I tell you, maybe some people do, but I'm telling you right now, I don't. I do not. I don't have it figured out. And this is me trying to continue figuring it out. Because I think even after this program, I don't think anyone ever has everything figured out. But I think I'll have a better idea of exactly what goals I'm wanting to accomplish with Winnie Weston. So be prepared for some tears, be prepared for some laughs, be prepared for all of that because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I want y'all to be here when it happens, okay? So thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I hope you enjoy kind of like my recap of orientation, a recap of what I've learned so far. I'm so excited to film my next video, which will be, oh, okay. This was day 1 of curriculum class, which is happening tonight. So be sure to return so you can see that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't wait to check back in with you guys about my Goldman Sachs program. Yay! Okay,